Hi, this is Cass and welcome back to my channel. I just filmed a tutorial for this look, so if you'd like to see how I achieve this look, keep on watching. So first we're starting off with the Skindinavia primer spray. I got them in the mail the same day I was filming this tutorial, so I'm excited to use it. Now we're using the Cover FX Click Orange Corrector. And the mirror that I'm using is the e.l.f. J Glow palette. That's Jackie Einen's collaboration, my favorite YouTuber on here. And I'm just going to be smoothing out that corrector with my pinky. I think it gives me a lot of control, but also I can be very gentle, especially with that under eye area. But I also want to make sure my corrector is well blended because it can definitely show through on your foundation. Now we're going in with the Black Radiance Pressed Powder in the color Golden Cashews. I like to set my corrector for a bunch of reasons. One being that I can tone down the color because it's a color of my skin tone, so that it'll be least likely to show through when I put on my foundation. And also, my corrector won't be moving when I put on my foundation because I set it and it will be staying right there. Now I'm using my beauty blender. Sorry, it's a little dirty, but I love the beauty blender so much, and I'm using that with my Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer in the color 13 Chestnut. I love this foundation. It's so lightweight. It's such a nice color for my skin tone, and I honestly love it. It's amazing. Get you a beauty blender as well because it's life. Like, your life will change. Just adding a little bit more to my forehead and blending. And now for the brows. So I'm using my Jordana eyeliner pencil in dark brown, and I'm just filling the outline of my brows and then brushing it out. And then I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills number 12 brush. So it's a spoolie and a angled brush on another side. It's dual-sided. And I'm just outlining, then brushing first. And then I'm going to be using the Nika K Eyebrow Mascara Tinted Brow Gel. It's in brown black. So I'm experimenting with darker brows. I used to use the dip brow in chocolate, but I kind of like the darker brow look. I'm still working it out because sometimes I do my brows too dark, but I have to be very careful with this brow mascara because it's very pigmented and it's kind of hard to blend out with the spoolie because of its consistency. It's very sticky and tacky, so that's why I had to be careful, and it was easy to brush across my face. So just using it on the other eye and doing the same thing. Now I'm cleaning up the brows. I'm going to be using the Ruby Kisses Pure Mineral Concealer in the color Warm Honey. So I've been looking for a new concealer to try. I've been running out and I wanted to try something new, but I didn't want to get something high-end because I'm going to IMATS in January next month. And I picked this up at the beauty supply store. I heard that it was really good, so decided to try it. I actually really like it. It's a nice consistency. I like the applicator, and it's not too bright, so it's nice to use a little bit around my brows, and then when I put on my foundation, I could blend it out, so it won't be too much of a brightness around my brows. So now for the eyes, we're going to be using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance eyeshadow primer. It's a really nice primer. I got it at Nordstrom for $9. Now I'm setting that with the same Black Radiance pressed powder in Golden Cashews. So now we're using this color from the Nubian palette, the first one. The Nubian palette is so gorgeous. Such nice colors, so pigmented, easy to blend, just everything. And I'm putting this in the crease using my Real Techniques Deluxe crease brush, which is a bomb crease brush even though my eyes are hooded. Now we're using those bottom two colors and I'm putting it in the crease to intensify it a little bit more and define that crease more. Make sure you blend, 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 blend so that it's not too harsh and so that the colors blend smoothly. Now we're using that gold shimmer color in the same palette and I'm just packing that on the lid. This brush is from, I think, the Core collection of the Real Techniques, the yellow collection. It's such a good color for packing on the eyelid, especially if it's glitter. And it's just a really nice gold color. I'm going back with that Ruby Kisses concealer and I'm just highlighting and blending it out with my beauty blender. As you can see, I already did my eyeliner because there was no way I was going to do that on camera. And I think I messed it up a little bit anyway, but it's life. And I'm going to set underneath with the Sacha Buttercup powder mixed with the Coty Airspun powder. I really like the Sacha powder, but I think if I dilute the color and the tint of that powder with the Airspun a little bit, it's even better. The Airspun I like as well. It's just that it's a little too stark of a white color, so I just like to mix it with the Sacha. And I'm using the Black Radiance contour stick. I think this is the darkest one, and I'm just contouring my cheeks and putting some concealer around my forehead area, warm it up a little bit, and I'm blending it out. You'd never guess what I'm using to blend out the concealer. It's a brush from the Milani blush. It's great. I saw it from a girl here on YouTube and it's amazing, honestly. And then go in and use the all over face powder, which is again that Black Radiance Golden Cashews. I really, really, really like it. It seems like a perfect match for my skin. For concealer, I'm using the Nika K Max Volume Mascara. I'm not used to this brush, but I've always been trying to use one like that with the ball at the top. It's pretty good. My eyelashes are really long, so I don't need much lengthening, but I would like some volume. And now I'm going in with the Expert Face brush from Real Techniques, and I'm using MAC Raisin, their blush. The blush is pretty nice, but I kind of don't buy MAC anymore, so it's kind of tragic. But their blush is nice. And now for highlighter, I'm using Precious Petals, that limited edition Wet n Wild highlighter. So pretty. And I'm using the e.l.f. tapered blush brush, I believe. I used to use the angled blush brush, but they changed the packaging and it's not the same. Now I'm going back with that Jordana eyeliner in dark brown, and I'm going to line my lips for this nude color I'm about to use, which is also very pretty. It's the NYX Lip Lingerie in Exotic, and let me tell you, these lippies dry matte like you need to exfoliate your lips if they're chapped before you put this on, because it's serious. It goes on really nice. It doesn't go on liquidy, it just goes on very smooth, like it's gonna dry satin, but it dries very matte. And for the grand finale, we're just about done. I'm going to set my face with the Skindinavia setting spray. It was the free sample that I got with my order. And just gonna let that dry, and then we're done. This is the final product. I hope you guys like it. Make sure you like this video, share, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at callmekess, and visit my blog at callmekess.com. Love and light, Kess.